Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and I tell you what, the craft we're gonna do today may possibly be the cutest project I've ever done. So I'm super excited about it. The main ingredient are these Dollar Tree, oops. Oh, I didn't want you to see my completed project and I just tipped it over. These self-adhesive wall tiles from Dollar Tree. Okay, so as you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle, all that normal good stuff. Let me tell you what the other elements of this project are. This is what inspired me. This was something, a little wood piece that I picked up when we were in England a couple of weeks ago at their craft store, which is called Hobbycraft. So this was the original inspiration, and I'll show you where we're gonna land. I've been fiddling around with this project all morning, so I've kind of figured out what works and what doesn't. You're gonna need some dowels. You're gonna need something of some sort to put your dowels in to form the base. It could be something like this, or it could be a block that you drill a hole out of. I'm going to be using my Dollar Tree plastic palette knives. I used spray paint this time, and what I found is that it's so much quicker. So I used what I had at home first, and it was this. Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Paint and Primer Gloss in white. And then I moved to this, which I picked up at Walmart this morning. I've already been out of the house. I'm so excited about this project. It's 2x Ultra Cover, Paint and Primer Satin in white. And then I did one with this Island Girl spray paint that you can get at Walmart. So you're gonna need some spray paint. We're gonna be using this as our main color. This is a Waverly paint that I get at Walmart. I know not every Walmart has them, but it's called Fern, and it's really great green. And I am totally in a green mood these days. So let's just hop in. Let me show you where we're going. Look at that. We're gonna do a whole variety of different ones. And I'm gonna show you how to apply the green paint with a palette knife. So, okay, so let's start at the very beginning. You're going to, and I understand for those of you who have been telling me that you can't find these, I understand from several of you that you can find these self-adhesive wall tiles. They're plastic at Family Dollar as well, and that Family Dollar, I think, is still just $1. So that is an option if you haven't been able to find them. Okay, so I wanted to cut trees in 2 sizes, and I didn't want to waste a whole sheet on each tree because I'm frugal. So what I did was, I have to remember, so I drew the outline for my small trees first. Okay. And this is what these Dollar Tree tin tiles look like. So you can see it's kind of a grid. I'm gonna make a tree that starts right here and goes down to here, and starts right here and goes down to here. So sorry, that was my dentist calling. And then I'm gonna make a big tree in the center. So we just need 2 of these. We'll make 3 trees. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that. All right, let's start by drawing the small trees first. And let's see if I can put my camera down just a little bit further. Okay, I think that's better. I'm in a little bit different position today, and I'm not sure where I am in space. Okay, so I'm gonna just draw a line from this piece right here out to the edge, and I'm using a Sharpie. Don't worry, when you spray paint, it will cover itself up. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm running it to the middle of this. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, and I will hold this up so you can screenshot it if you would like. If you want to know, this is like a geometry kind of lesson, and I was never very good at math. Okay, so here are the two small trees. Where's the big tree? Well, it's right here. So I'm just going to continue this line all the way to the bottom, and there is our big tree. And we'll have some pieces left over that, I don't know, you could make ornaments, you could do all kinds of things with them. I have, you know, I never throw anything away that I might be able to use again, so I have a whole basket of little bits and pieces. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is our big tree, and these are our small trees. And I would do the exact same thing on two pieces. And then we're gonna cut them out, and then I'm gonna tell you what the next step is. This is my spin on these self-adhesive wall tile trees. I was looking at Pinterest the other day, and I noticed that there's a few crafters who've done something with these for Christmas trees. This is my own unique spin. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to show you the back of this in just a second. Let's cut all the way down here. Whoops. Move it off track. Okay, you need two pieces for each tree, a front and a back. We're not mounting these on wood. You could if you wanted, but we're not doing that. We're not even mounting it on cardboard. It's just going to be glued together with a dowel inside, and it's plenty sturdy. Okay, so here's our big tree, and here are our two little trees. Okay, so then you're going to remove the adhesive wall backing, which really isn't very adhesive except if you're still connected to the outer edge. So I'm just throwing these away. I can't think of any reason to save them. If you can think of a reason, please tell me. Okay, so then the next thing I did was I took them outside, and here's a set of the small ones. I used the white spray paint to give them two coats, and that's hard to see on that side of the board. They're not perfect, but it doesn't matter at all. Also, I was getting a little creative this morning, and I did these. Let me put them on the other side. This would be one tree, and it would be turquoise. It's this color from Walmart, Island Girl Color Shot. It required two coats. We'll probably put it together today. But yeah, so this is two coats of white spray paint. And like I said, you need two full sheets to make 3 trees. So let me pop these out of the way, and now we'll work on the ones that I have already painted. The first couple go-arounds that I did on this project, I didn't paint them first. I painted them after I had them all glued on the dowel. And what I noticed is that there are a ton of glue strings. So now I think it's better really to paint them first and then glue them together. Okay, so I'm going to take the front and back of this, and I'm going to glue these two pieces together. I'm using my low temperature hot glue gun today, which I think is a really good idea. I'm going to have this down too low. Okay, and I'm just doing the outside edges, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Ooh, I just put my finger on my glue gun, and it is still hot. So I just did one edge, and now we're going to glue this edge. We're not gluing the top or the bottom or anything in the middle. Okay, let's glue these turquoise ones while we're here. And these have dried probably, I don't know, an hour, roughly. I woke up with this project on my brain, and it's been on my brain all day, and I'm super excited about it. So what do you guys think so far? This is going to be the easiest way to put these together. If you want to try this, this is how I would recommend that you do it. And I don't know if you have super duper hot glue, if it might melt this plastic faux ceiling tile material or not. Okay, so once you get it glued together, there's going to be places where you didn't cut it straight or whatever. Let's see. So you can go ahead and trim those up if you want. Okay, that one's good. And this one's good too. And you do want to try to avoid the glue strings if possible. Okay, so this is the small tree and this is one of the big tree. They're two-sided. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into pieces. And I'm going to go along this grid. Let me get my one out. I'm going to be going along the grid, which is like right here, here, here. Do you see that? So you can mostly almost just follow the lines. I wanted my trees to have this idea with different sections. Isn't this cute? I got it at Hobbycraft in England a few weeks ago. Okay, so here's the first grid right here. I'm just gonna cut that. And I see a bunch of glue strings on the front. Oh well. Okay, and then the next grid would be right here in the center. I'm just gonna imagine where that line is and cut it. Okay, now we have 3 pieces. Let me show you on this brown cardboard. This tree has 3 pieces. Can you see that? We're gonna be gluing a dowel in the center of it. And then we'll come and work on the turquoise one. Okay, I am using these dowels, wooden round dowels made of real wood from Walmart. Let me tell you what the size is. 3/16 of an inch. They need to be pretty skinny if you're going to be able to get any wood beads in them. And I decided for these upcoming trees that we're going to be making that I did want to have some wood beads in them. Okay, so what we're going to do, you're going to notice that I have the bottom of my little top part of the tree is still open. So I'm going to stick a dowel in here. This is the only challenging part of this project, getting the top part in. And I'm going to put a little glue, my low temperature hot glue, on the front and back of my dowel, and I'm just going to glue it on. The dowel's running right up that line. Okay, then the next piece is this one, but before I put that one in, I want to do a wood bead. So I got out a variety of things that I had on hand, and I think I'm just going to do some of these plain wood beads. And this tree is going to be more natural looking, but it is going to have the green. Okay, so I've got that. Oops. I've got that bead on. Oh well. And now I'm going to open up the middle piece, and it should be open at the top and the bottom because only the sides are glued together. And I'm going to squinch that on there. I'm going to lay this down because I do want my trees to all be facing the same direction. And I'm just going to lift this up, put a little glue on the dowel, lift this one up. And there you go. It's not coming off. There won't be any room for it to come off anyways once I do the next bead. So let's do one more bead. Okay, and now let's do the bottom. Same deal, it's open at the top and the bottom. I think this one, this style with the beads on it, that reminds me more of this, is my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the inside right here, and I'm just gonna be putting some glue on the dowel front and back. And I'm making my sandwich go right back together. Okay, and if you want, you could come back and glue the bottoms and the tops together. But the more I've been working with this, the less I think that's even necessary to do. Okay? You just get more glue strings if you do that. And these glue strings are really driving me a little batty. Okay, I am gonna maybe trim up some of this where I wasn't very careful when I was cutting it out. Let's see, let's go this way. Okay. All right, so then the next thing is you could either do another bead and then a bottom, or another couple beads. Do I have enough? And then a bottom and then glue it in. Or we could cut our dowel shorter. What do you guys think about that idea? So the idea with this one is to leave the beads natural and also the base and the wood dowel. On the other ones, I did not do that. I kind of painted them. Okay, let me show you the same idea with this one, because this is gonna have 4 segments. So I'm gonna start at the bottom one. I really do think that it is easier to spray paint your whole tree before you cut it apart. On this one, I'm just gonna go right through the center of this cross or X or whatever this is. Okay, trim this up. What do you guys think so far? Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for the stars. That is so nice of you. Okay, so we're gonna use our dowel in the top again. I'm not gonna use beads on this one because there's not enough room since it's 4 segments. Okay, come on. Did not glue that shut. It's just wanting to So I've got my dowel. I do want it to be straight because I don't want the top of my Christmas tree to be wonky. So I'm gonna lift this up and put a little dab of glue in there. I'm not gonna glue it down super solid just yet because I wanna make sure that it's not off to the side. You guys, this is so fun and so affordable. We could try these Dollar Tree beads. Let's just see if it could possibly work. They're square. Each one of these faux tin tiles was $1.25. So for 3 trees, I have $2.50 into it. Oh, I think that's going to be cute. We'll see if I have enough room. So it's super affordable, and I mean, I painted this one turquoise. Now there's not a lot of Christmas trees in real life that are turquoise, but who says that you can't have your Christmas tree be turquoise? I don't say that. Okay. This one might not be able to have a base, but it could be mounted on something. Because this tall tree is definitely, with the 4 segments, it's longer. I could have done this just fine. I'll show you. Like this one, if I had not put the beads in the center. Okay, so let's flip it over and let me glue this little part right here. Now, on this one, what I would probably do is I would use a palette knife and some white paint. Let's see how far we get. And then maybe I will. Let's start with these though. Okay, I did one side of them with the palette knife and this green paint from Walmart. It's Waverly brand and it's called Fern. It's a great color. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour a little blob of it. Way too much. Don't want to waste any, but now I've got it all over. Oh, that's frustrating. Don't want to glue my lid shut. Let me just get this wiped off. Last year I did palette knife pumpkins using a whole bunch of different colors, and it was really fun. Oh my goodness. Juanita says, oh my goodness, OMG, Heidi, you are so good at on what you do. You could glue this taller one that didn't fit on a spool, yes. And actually I have a spool, so we could see if that would work. Okay, so when you're working with a palette knife, whether it's like this, or if it's a real one, this is Dollar Tree, this is not Dollar Tree, but I like the Dollar Tree plastic one better. You're gonna hold your palette knife like this with your finger on this part, and you're just going to dip your palette knife in your paint and then offload a little bit, and then you're gonna kind of be scraping it over, ooh, that's a little heavy, the raised parts of your project, and it will stick on those. I'm also gonna do pretty heavy the edges because I think that camouflages the fact that it's not finished off. That was a little heavy. I had too much paint on. Let's do this one. So you want to go around all the little swirls and the flowers in this design. And keep dipping and offloading. so when I got started on this project this morning with this as my inspiration, I started to think that there are a lot of other things that you could do this idea with, a lot of other shapes besides just a Christmas tree. Okay, so there it is, and I'm gonna get the sides. To me, this kind of looks like a white ceiling tile that has started to rust and is getting that green coppery look to it. Okay, let's see the bottom. Scooch back a little bit. So I'm trying first to hit the raised areas in this design. And like I said at the beginning, if you missed the beginning, you might want to go back and watch this on replay. But I know there's a lot of crafters out there who have done all kinds of fabulous projects using these ceiling tiles, which reminds me, I need to show you mine. And I've seen some Christmas trees. I shared pictures of that from Pinterest with you this morning. So I don't know who originally did this first, but this is my spin on that idea, and I hope that you like it. This is about the 4th project I've done with these ceiling tiles. If you see them when you're at Dollar Tree or Dollar General, grab some, because we'll be doing ornaments and all kinds of fun things with them. And I would grab a few, like 5 or 6, if you possibly can. Okay, so I did both the front and the back. And I could paint this stand if I wanted. I'm not for 100% certain what I'm going to do in regards to the stands. I'm loving this green and white combination though. Let's do one more. Let's do the back side of this one, and I'll go quickly. But before I do that, let me show you the projects that I've done so far using these Dollar Tree ceiling tiles. This was a mason jar shape that I covered. Then I made this little pouch with flowers from the Dollar Tree and this little hanger thing. That was one of the first things that I did. This was just recent, and this is one of my favorite projects. We turned a haunted house into a church. Isn't that cool? And then I mounted it on this sign and I stenciled Amazing Grace. And if you're interested in this stencil or any of the other products that I represent the company Magnolia Design Company, just let me know and I'll get you a direct link. Or you can just hop over to magnoliadiy.com, all smushed together, magnoliadiy.com, and take a peek whenever you would like. So that was another one. And then this was Price and Crafting that we did a while back. And I was heavier, you can tell, on this was brown paint or wax, I can't remember which. Anyways, there's a lot of different things that you could do with it. I think I know I made a pumpkin too, but I'm not sure where that is. Okay, let's whip this one out, this side out real quick. When you're doing your spray paint, do kind of be cognizant of the fact, okay, I finally got that off, that you don't want to cover so much of the design that the extra spray paint settles in the crevices, because then you lose the design of the ceiling tile, and that is what is the charm of this project, I think. So just, I had to do 2 coats, but just be, you know, just be on the lookout, on the alert, not to have big puddles of paint, whether you choose to paint your project by hand or you choose to use a spray paint. And if you're using a spray paint, I know I don't have to tell you this, but this is the former lawyer in me. Excuse me. Please do that outside in a well-ventilated area, because spray paint is not good for people. Isn't this fun? I kind of want to fiddle around with this turquoise one. Do you guys want to fiddle around with it too? We'll have to open up some white paint, but we could certainly do that. Let me just finish this one up. I had a feeling that I would love this project, and I was right. Oh my gosh. This is going to be one of those projects where I have a hard time not making 25. What is so cool about it is that you're making something out of basically almost nothing. Here's the side that's done. I do think that since you're doing the ceiling tile on the front and the back, that you should spray both pieces, the front and the back, or paint them, and that you should do whatever your treatment is, your palette knife painting, or whether you want a dry brush or whatever you want to do. But I do think that in this instance, it would look better to do both sides. I may come back and add a little bit more, but let's just get this basically done. I'll clean up my palette knife and we'll do this turquoise one. So your Christmas tree could be absolutely any color you want. You could do your trees orange. You could do your trees purple, turquoise, gray, absolutely whatever color would go in your decor. And then just pick a color that gives it some contrast to do the palette knife painting with. Okay, there we go. And there's the other side. Awesome, huh? Okay, which side did I just do? I don't know. Just set it over here. Okay, and this was the one that we assembled using the wood pieces. So if you missed the start of the video, you might want to come back and watch it. I'm going to clean off my palette knife here real quick. Get the green paint off my fingers. So I think these trees would look super cute in an arrangement of 3, either 2 large and 1 small, or I think better would be 2 small and 1 large. Each one done in the same treatment, but different sizes. That is what I would be inclined to suggest. Okay, I bought some new, this is that Waverly Chalk white matte finish paint. And darn, I was hoping it didn't have this on it. Okay, I will fix that later when I'm not on camera. Let's just get a little blob of white paint. And get off my fingers. Okay, and let's do the same thing, but on this. See what it looks like. There's a lot of different things that you could do. This top needed to be glued down. I'll have to do that later. So far, I am thinking that this could be really pretty. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like this white with it? Does it look too messy? I do have one big blob right there that I think I'm gonna resolve right now. I'm just gonna remove it before it's fully dry. Easy peasy. Oh. And then I go and put another big blob right over the top of where it was. That is smooth, Heidi. I think, you guys, that you could probably use any kind of paint that you would like to use. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the stars, everyone. That is so nice of you. I think you could use whatever kind of paint you had, whether it's spray paint or paint that you paint on your piece before you do this technique to it, in absolutely just about any color that you could imagine. The bottom section. You know what, let's don't do the bottom section because then I won't be able to pick it up. Let me just show you. What do you guys think? Do you like this plain? Because it certainly could be plain. Do you like the turquoise? You could use a bunch of different colors or mediums to distress it. I could also use some of the turquoise paint to distress this if I wanted these two to go together. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know how I would get a good color to match that, but anyway, so there's those. And then here are these. I am personally liking this white and green a lot for my own house because I'm kind of boring. I might do like a gray. So everything here was made with these, which come in a package that looks like this. They're called self-adhesive wall tiles. You can find these at Dollar Tree. You can also, I've been told, we don't have one of these stores nearby us, but I've been told that you can find these also at Dollar General. And maybe if you find them at Dollar General, they might be a little bit less expensive, because I believe, if I'm just going by what someone has told me, that they're $1 there, not $1.25. But anyways, this is the basis of what we created our tree with. Some dowels, some spray paint in whatever color you want, some kind of a base. You could do beads on them if you want. I used a palette knife and some different kinds of paint. I love this color. It's called Fern. So, if you liked this project, do a this or a this. That's a heart, in case you're wondering, what is that symbol? And do check to see if you've liked and followed my page here, which is DiyDreaming. If you're watching this on YouTube, then take 2 seconds to see if you have liked this video and if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I am doing a sprinkle gift this week, so let me tell you about that and show it to you real quick. If you will kindly sprinkle this video to your social media and let me know that you did, then for a couple of my videos that I'll be doing this week, I will be selecting one person who sprinkled at random, and I will be sending them this beautiful new Hello Fall stencil, which is from magnoliadiy.com. So if you want to get your name in my hat for the sprinkle gift for this week, which is this Hello Fall, and I think I'm going to start doing this every week, do a sprinkle gift. I'll introduce it at the beginning of the week. You can sprinkle throughout the week, and then I'll pick a winner at the end of the Monday through Friday-ish and tell you who it is. So that's the sprinkle gift. Let me know if you want any more information about Magnolia or anything else. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the stars. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the little hearts that are floating up and the little thumbs. I appreciate that too. Thank you, Lori. She just said she sprinkled. And thanks, Karen. Okay, April Gaylord is asking, how do you sprinkle? Sprinkle's just a Facebook word for share. So you can just click on this video at the bottom is a little button that says share. If you just click that and put it on your Facebook page, so that your friends and family and, people that you know via the internet can see this video too. That's all that there is to it. Easy peasy. Anne Marie's answering. Yeah. She says, just share. I don't know why we started saying sprinkling. I think this might be one of Barb from the Shabby Trees words. I mean, she is so influential in crafting. She was probably the first person I ever started watching. So anyways, yeah, so that's, I think how the word sprinkle came about, but it basically just means share. And I'll be giving away this Hello Fall brand new stencil from magnoliadiy.com to one person who sprinkles this week. And I'll pick that person at random. So tell me that you sprinkled and I'll put your name in my hat. Okie dokie. Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep working on these until I get it exactly the way I want it. So you can be watching for that. They're not perfected, but you guys, I could not wait another second to show them to you. I really couldn't. So if you decide to make these, I would love to see them. And the perfect place for you to share them with me and the world is over at that craft group that I set up called Dreamy DIY. It's a Facebook group. It's free. If you haven't joined it yet, you should. It's Dreamy DIY is the name of the Facebook group. DREAMY space DIY. When you go there, you're gonna have to ask to join if you haven't done that already. And there's gonna be some questions it'll ask you. Do you promise to be nice? Of course you do. You guys are nice. Do you promise that you won't share other people's craft videos here, like Sweet Barb from Shabby Tree? Don't share her videos here. But you can share projects that you made that you saw another crafter do, of course. And then don't use this group to sell makeup or, you know, whatever it might be. So once you answer those questions, myself or my admin will say, come on in. And then you can just get a cup of coffee, get a soda, get a glass of wine, whatever your time of day and like is, and click on the photo button. Oh my word. You could look, there's thousands of pictures of amazing craft projects that you guys have done there. So you definitely want to join that group and to click on the photos button and just start scrolling through those photos. Because I've had this group for over a year now and some of the best crafters are part of it. Okie dokie, I've talked long enough. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll get pictures when I get a little closer to being done with this project. I'll put them here in the comments. I'll also put them just on this page, and I will share this video into